Okay guys, today we are going to do a review of the Xtreme Production carbon fiber frame for the Blade mCPX, and we will show you how to assemble the frame and go over some of its features. Okay guys, so this is everything that comes in the package. You have your boom mount, your canopy post, and a few other miscellaneous pieces. You have the frame, which is mostly assembled, and the anti-rotation bracket, and we will now assemble it and let you know of any issues that we may have. Now we have installed the front canopy mounts and the 3-in-1 mount, and one thing to note is that the canopy mounts need to be pushed through the frame first to install them. Okay, so now we installed one of the servo mounts, and to do this you do have to take apart the frame, so make sure you note that when you go to install yours. And we will continue installing other pieces. Okay, so we went ahead and finished assembling the rest of the frame. All it was really left to do was to install the landing gear pegs, which are directional, so make sure you install them the right way. And in case you're not sure, the manual tells you which way to install them. And we installed the boom block and anti-rotation bracket and put on the other frame side. And all this was very self-explanatory and easy to do. And now we will go over a few features of the frame. Okay guys, now we will go over a few features of the frame. Up front we have a Delrin 3-in-1 mount and replaceable canopy post. And once again they slide in from the inside of the frame, so note that when installing them. And on the bottom we have our Delrin landing gear pegs, and they fit aftermarket or stock landing gear. And then we have in one piece aluminum bearing block and motor mount with slotted holes for adjustable gear mesh. And what's nice about this motor mount is that it's aluminum, unlike other aftermarket ones which are carbon fiber. So this aluminum one will not break or snap in a hard crash. And then moving to the rear of the frame, we have our Delrin boom block, although there is an aluminum 2mm and 3mm version coming soon. And up top we have another aluminum bearing block and more replaceable canopy posts, which once again install from the inside of the frame. And then we have our graphite anti-rotation bracket. And your servos, they just mount to these little Delrin pieces that screw in on the inside. And overall, this frame is extremely stiff. There's no flex in this frame whatsoever. And it will hold up perfectly in a crash because the carbon fiber is extremely thick compared to other frames. And it's the same thickness throughout the entire frame. It's not thinner in any other parts. And overall it's a very good frame, and the weight of it is 3.9 grams fully assembled, while a stock version is 2.7 grams. And now we will show you what it looks like with head, canopy, and landing gear. Okay guys, so now here is the assembled helicopter minus electronics, and the canopy fits on very nicely. It's probably will not come off in a crash because the canopy posts have little divots that the canopy sits in. The landing gear fits on very tightly, so it's not going to fall out while in flight or anything. And some people are concerned about the Delrin boom block not being strong enough, but it holds in your boom very nicely. It's impossible to pull out, so even in a tail first crash, it's not going to impale your elevator servo or anything. And the anti-rotation bracket is nice and wide, so your swash moves up and down freely. And one other thing I'd like to mention is that the frame, it's 14mm wide, so you could fit in any motor, even the Spin 16 300 motor. And they'll all fit except for the TA915, which is 14.3mm. So if you want to fit that motor in, you just need to put on a tiny spacers onto your servos. But otherwise it'll fit any other motor on the market for this helicopter. And overall it's a very nice and durable frame.